Hello guys, Robin a Bank here. Today I want to talk about Chainlink, another one of my favorite altcoins, one of the more popular altcoins as well amongst the bunch. So one thing that I really like about Chainlink, I must say, is how textbook it performs and is rather based on its structure and how it has always adhered to Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci tool and whatnot. It is a very predictable cryptocurrency, and we like predictability because that is what makes us money. Yes, so it's a very obvious chart in my view. It's very clear and concise, very easy to understand as to what is going on. All right, let's dive right in. As we know, Chainlink came onto the scene in late 2017, toward the very end of the bull market in 2016, 2017 bull market stage. Had roughly a year of bear market price action in 2018, as we know, and just like pretty much all the other altcoins and Bitcoin did back in 2018. So then what happened? 5 waves to the upside. We began in 2019. As you can see, I've already put in the Elliott wave moves to the upside, 5-wave pattern rather. Have your 3 impulses, followed by your 2 corrective waves. And what's interesting about this particular region where it topped out in wave 5 is the fact that that is where Bitcoin put in its wave 3 high in the spring of thereabouts, in the spring of 2021, before putting in its wave 5 in November of 21. And as you can see here, Chainlink at that point, in late 2021, is already in its bear market. So let's remove this here, and we'll highlight the waves to the downside during the 2021 into 2022 bear market seen by Chainlink. So we get 0, 1, 2, 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. All right. So that's that. I can remove that now. As you can see here, I have a little rectangular box here of this accumulation range, which was, as many of us recall, very boring point in this market, but very interesting nonetheless. And I shouldn't even say it was boring because, like I said earlier in this video, it's very predictable. This range is ping-ponged between basically $5.50 and almost $9 thereabout for more than a year, basically from May of 22 up until September of 23. Well over a year. And as we know, it fit the Wyckoff schematic to the T. For those of you that aren't familiar, here it is. Illustration of the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, which is exactly what we saw in Chainlink during the course of its bear market. Yep, secondary test, saw that here. In June of 22, followed by another secondary test toward the end of 22, and then looky here. We have a deviation here. And what was that? Yes, it was the spring phase, the flush out. Shake out all the last remaining weak hands before running into the sign of strength and clearing out of the bear market, and then ultimately proceeding on into the current stage we're in today. So let's go ahead and remove this. I'll show you what we're working with based on the Fibonacci tool. We're on the weekly time frame, of course, as you can probably see. This will help us. I'll take that from the swing high of 2021 bull market down to the low where we saw the spring phase of the bear market of 23. Yeah. Let's see here. Make sure it's lined up. Come on. There it is. Now, what's interesting is that we have, as you can see, retraced perfectly right up to the golden pocket, right in there between the 618 and the 6.5 Fibonacci range, right there. Actually wicked it just perfectly to the 6.5, which I was anticipating might happen actually. And given the fact that this is such a predictable chart, it always has been. Alright, so highlight what has transpired since. 0, 1, 2, saw wave 3 going into December of 2023, running flat correction of wave 4, followed by, wave 5 going into the spring of this year. Perfect. Now, let's see. Wave, and this is all wave 1 of the new current bull market that we're in. 5 waves within wave 1 of what will be 5. And here we, of course, since the spring of this year, have been experiencing this grueling wave 2. Not quite as bad for Chainlink as compared to other cryptocurrencies in the current wave 2. So that is one positive aspect of Chainlink. It is less volatile and more predictable. So here we are during that liquidity grab that we had earlier in August, the beginning of August, over the whole thing with the Japanese yen. Well, you can see that wicked perfectly right down this, right down to the 236, based on the projections here. Now, I can remove this actually. And let's take the retrace tool for where we currently are. Swing low, swing high. Look at that. Where has this retraced to? The golden pocket. Perfect. Textbook. Now, does that mean I think that this correction is over? Well, maybe. Well, maybe it wants to come back down, as we're seeing volatility in the market lately, and Bitcoin, and so which causes the alts to bleed harder. Well, yeah, maybe we do come back down. Maybe we come down a little lower, as we know. This is all wave 2 in this correction that we've been seeing. It can come all the way back to the 1 if it wants to. But I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. It's up to the market, of course. And we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm thinking that this is looking pretty good. Of course, I'm not saying go and buy it. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial advice. However, like I was saying, this is a very predictable chart. And I like what I see. So, alright, let's go ahead and remove this. Let's remove these as well. Let's see. Have we've seen 5 moves, 5 waves to the downside. Actually, we have. Look at that. So maybe we want to come back down, retest here, or trade sideways before proceeding up. We'll see. Now, take the monthly time frame. Becomes much more obvious, much clearer to understand. And given the fact that this was wave 1, seeing wave 2, possibly finishing up this month or next month. As we know, September tends to be a bad month for Bitcoin cryptocurrency, historically, seasonally. So we'll see what happens. Nonetheless, take the swing high of wave 1 down to what is possibly the bottom of wave 2. Well, as we understand with Elliott wave theory, wave 3, if it's going to come in during the 4th quarter of this year and into potentially next year, that means we need to see it be the largest move of the impulsive moves, most likely the case, unless we have a extended wave 5. But chances are, based on how predictable and textbook Chainlink is, thinking that, yeah, wave 3 is going to be the big one, potentially. And if it is, that means we have to come up to at least the 2, which would put Chainlink at a new all-time high in wave 3. Bring it up to at least $64.75, or even higher, maybe even 85, 93. I wouldn't be surprised if it did that, if it came up to either the 2 or the 2.272. So what would something like that look like? So, all right, 0, 1, 2, say it comes up here, running into the spring, or early 21, early 25. Have a little wave 4, come down to about, I don't know, say down to the 1.618 area, and then followed by the wave 5. Just hypothetically, something like it could look something like this. Does it take that long? Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm optimistic. I'm bullish on this project, and I like what I see. I don't have a position currently. I've traded this cryptocurrency, swing traded it in the past, especially here during this bear market. It's very easy. Just buy around 6, sell around 8 to 9. Did that for quite a while. And I traded this last year as well during this wave 1 a little bit. So maybe I'm going to get in here. Maybe get into this wave 3, which could be a wave 3 coming up. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think. If you found this content to be useful, feel free to let me know, and let me know what your thoughts are on Chainlink. If any of you hold positions in Chainlink, where you think it's headed. All right. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.